Hi everyone, this is Anna from hotoptionbabe.com and optionsblackboard.com. What I decided to do is go over not only a chart on Goldman Saks, and we put some more trades on Goldman on the bounce this past week. But what I wanted to show you is one of our friends in the OBB chat room, my subscribers, started with $1,000 in the account 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to point out, here we go, where his name is Dark, and said, Anna, I bought 2 dozen yesterday puts. That's the account I started $1,000 with and went up $3,500 with your advice before today. So that's the kind of returns that we are seeing in here with me. So, and as it stands, he started with 1,000 and now he has 5,300. So you can read it right for yourself. This is directly from the chat archive. I'm trying to find if they're just saying I'm amazing, which is so nice. We had a really great day yesterday and a good week in the chat room, even with the back and forth volatility. So I just wanted you to see the kind of results that we actually do get in there. I know that, you know, you can hear a lot of people say stuff, but when you hear it and you see it in black and white, it makes a difference. So now on to Goldman. Let me cross this chat log out. That's directly from OBB optionsblackboard.com. If you do need to get in touch with me, my email is animalgirl@gmail.com. That's animalgirl@gmail.com. And this is our home page here. If you haven't seen it, it's Options Blackboard. And all you did to do is click on OBB Experience, and it will take you to a page where you can sign up. Okay, and you see we have live video during the day, audio. I'm chatting mostly all day long. During 11:32, I might take a break. Now on to Goldman Saks. Now what we did, let's go a little bit longer term. I have up a 10-minute chart, but I really wanted to look at a longer term chart and show you that Goldman Sachs right here has been in an uptrend since January. This is when I believe this is the wave 3. I'm just gonna count for sake, wave count sake. But anyway, it was in a serious uptrend for most of this year until we got to about 1.8. We actually got to almost a double top at 193. It got to 185, and I actually thought it would go there, but that's when the news came out about possible civil suit against Goldman Sachs for fraud. So I didn't catch that. That was a move that's very hard to catch. So I let it play itself out here. Now I'm going to zoom in here now a little bit so you can see where we started getting busy. And I did this Goldman Sachs chart for you last week, and I'm just going to briefly go over it in case you didn't miss it. This is where we got in, right here on 420. And I did those series of bear call spreads. Now with bear call spreads, you want to sell a call to someone because you're bearish, and you're going to buy a strike further out for protection because I don't do naked options. So now let's go to a shorter term time frame. Go to a 15-minute here so you can see more what's going on. So I told you about that and how you're not only making money from the selling the volatility, IV, implied volatility. If you go over here and you look at Goldman Sachs here, if you look at the volatility, it's pretty high. So what you want to do is you want to sell anything over 30. You really want to sell that volatility. I like my IV really low if I'm going to buy. So I'm selling it. So hence it's a credit spread. Now going back to the chart, and we're also working off theta, which is time. That's Greek word for time. And what we want to do is we want time to come out of that front month option that we sold. That way it works even if the stock goes sideways or doesn't move a lot, or doesn't even move the direction that we want it and just go sideways, we'll still make money. So you're just going to keep grabbing that theta burn day after day after day. So we did the May. Now we got in and we stayed in the credit spread all the way from last week. All right, now I'm going to go. I want to show you where we had a little bounce in Goldman. Okay, here's our bounce. Let's go to the 15-minute or 10-minute. I'm going to look at the 10-minute. Okay, we got in, and we had a little bounce here, right here. Was this? Oh, I'm sorry. God forgive me. This was last week. Okay, and we stayed in it because we had. I had a resistance level of 160 to 162 area. It used to be support for Goldman, and now became resistance. So I felt pretty good about that. I was basically short the 150, short the 155, and short the 160, and have 170s on for protection. So it took that drop, and then it started working its way up. Here, I consider this a 5-wave. Everybody has a different count, but so when I saw it, I was watching it the whole time. It didn't break 162. It did not. It actually closed at 160 and change that day. And then it went sideways here until we heard on Thursday there was a possible criminal investigation coming out on Goldman Saks from the SEC. And that caused a huge run off of the stock. You can see here we had a huge bear flag that played out. Sideways consolidation, further downside, bear flag, a further downside. Did a little bit more sideways, had a little bit of a jump here, and then it continued lower. So I added more yesterday on the bounce, but all in all, it was a spectacular trade. So we're not only making money off the direction, but the vega, or volatility, and the theta, or the time. And we're in May, so there's over the weekend there'll be even more burn on that short option. There'll be some on the long, but we're not concerned with that. Now, it broke the 150 support level, so I have a target of a possible 140 next stop on Goldman. So I'll see how it plays out next week. Could get a little bit of a bounce, oversold bounce, but I just want to see you guys how you can make great money with options. It's not that complicated. It's a little bit more of a complex strategy, but that's what I'm here for, and I am just loving teaching people how to make the money and seeing how happy they are in options platforms. So give it a try if you haven't. We have a lot of fun in the chat room, and we make a lot of money. So if you're getting frustrated with your general market trades, give us a try. I think you'll be impressed. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend.